Hey everybody, I pray this video finds you blessed. This week I'm testing out another 3D printed pen blank that my father made. I'm sorry I didn't film the casting. I honestly didn't think about it until afterwards. Inside this 3D blank is a anchor and the words Navy going down. The letters and the anchor are gold, so I wanted to kind of go along with the navy colors. So I used a blue from the Mixol Total Boat tint kit, and their silver they have in there. Oh my gosh, these pigments are super potent, and you only need a little bit. A little goes a long way, and that silver just, I love it. It's probably one of my favorite pigments to use. I'm not the best at turning pens, but I figured I would be a really good test dummy for turning these, I guess, custom or particular type pen castings, because they are one of those things where you definitely need to use a long enough brass tube, getting them casted just right and giving yourself enough room and getting them centered is a little, tricky, at least for me, because like I said, I'm not a pen turner or the best pen turner, and I don't have a ton of experience with it. So these blanks and testing them out, it's a bonus because it's giving me the experience and taking me through the paces with pens and being patient, number one. So I do enjoy testing these out. I got a new spindle roughing gouge. This is Thompson's Lathe Tools roughing gouge, and I absolutely love it. I was eyeballing this one for quite some time because I like using the roughing gouge on turning these smaller pieces. To me, it just feels right. But anyways, I absolutely fell in love with this gouge. Some things I noticed or observations I've made by turning this PLA plastic with resin is the plastic heats up a lot quicker than the resin does. The plastic starts to get pliable about 170 degrees, so therefore it's going to get really gooey once you start sanding and polishing, because there's a lot of friction going on. It's a lot hotter than than the plastic needs or takes to melt. So I've noticed if I wet sand throughout the whole process instead of dry sanding and then doing just the wet sanding during micro mesh, it helps to keep that plastic from, I guess I could say it's shrinking in. It just kind of like pulls in, it heats up, so it's kind of like shrinking in on itself. You can tell the texture by feeling it when it does it. You can kind of see it, but I guess it all depends on how much plastic is in the piece. If you turn a lot of PLA pen kits, or you purchase them at Etsy or whatever, leave comments below on what your experience is with the plastic, with the resin casting, and how you have found to prevent any kind of shrinking that's going on. I just wet sanded except for the very first grit. I totally forgot that I was going to wet sand this one the whole time, and so it was only 80 grit, and I know I shouldn't have started at 80 grit. I was corrected later on about starting at 80 grit, and so I wet sanded the rest of the way, and it didn't seem like that plastic got as hot during the process, and then did the micro mesh all the way through, and it really turned out a beautiful finish. My online wood turning club, Worldwide Wood Turners, donates pens that their members make to our armed servicemen and women. We call it Freedom Pens. Well, at least Eddie Castellan came up with that. Thank you, Eddie, for giving us a way to give back to our servicemen and women, and we just thank you all so very much for everything that you do and sacrifice for us. If you'd like to join our meetings, go on over to worldwidewoodturners.org for all the information. It's completely free. I thank you all so very much for sticking with me and watching my videos, for your kind words and your support. These past couple weeks I've been dealing with kidney stones, so I've kind of been MIA, but I really appreciate every single one of you for your kind words, your messages you've been sending me, checking in on me. I just appreciate all of you. I pray you all have a wonderful week. Take care and God bless.